It's time for today's installment of Plunther Hills Valley. In today's episode, we once again pay a visit to Honk Hatfield, the rootin'est, tootin'est cowpoke to ever mosey out of the narrowest part of the Oklahoma Panhandle. As we look in, Honk is heading to the local saloon, the Neon Mongoose, for his daily drink or two.
Afternoon, you pusillanimous booze-guzzling ne'er-do-wells. Afternoon, barkeep.
Afternoon, Mr. Hatfield. Pardon me for asking, but how come you're wearing the lady's dress for? Big hoop skirt, ruffled collar, frilly arm sleeve?
You don't have to describe the whole get-up. I know what I'm wearing, and everybody in the place can see it well enough, I reckon.
Oh, I just did that for the benefit of the radio audience who can't see it.
Anyway, the reason I got this here get-up on is I had to take my fancy spangled shirt and burlap breeches over to the dry cleaners for their yearly spiffing up, and the guy who runs the joint said he'd need to keep them overnight to get all the brambles and cactus quills out of them. I asks him, well, what am I supposed to wear? Them's my only duds. So he lent me this here frock Miss Gertch done left behind when she skipped down last month.
I don't know, Mr. Hatfield. Looks awful funny.
Funny how? Like a clown? Just give me a drink. I'm hankering for a Cosmopolitan.
A Cosmo what?
You make it with vodka and cranberry juice and some other stuff. Just toss it all in a martini glass and we'll call it good.
Are you kidding? We ain't got none of that stuff.
Oh, very well. Just fix me up with a white wine spritzer then. And throw in a couple of them Marciano cherries, too.
We've got whiskey, bourbon, and lighter fluid. You want one of them foo-foo drinks? I suggest you head on over to the soda shop.
Ho, ho, ho. Why don't you head over to the ladies' auxiliary and knit doilies with the rest of the women folk, you dress-wearing dandy?
You got something to say, Pilgrim? You shouldn't be spitting on this fine garment, pal. I gotta return it to the dry cleaner when my regular duds are ready. Okay, that's it, fella. We're gonna settle this man to man.
Man to man? Ha, ha, ha. Don't you think we're one man short, little lady?
Son, I could be wearing little bo-peep lace underoos and you could be wearing a suit of armor and I'd still hand your behind to you on a brass platter.
Oh, yeah? Well, let's just... Oh!
Holy chrome, mister. You just kicked him in the...
Yep, that's right, I did. That's the handy thing about wearing a big old poofy floor-length skirt like this. You can rear back with your kicking leg and send the toe of your boot to its intended target before your adversary knows what's even happening.
Gosh, maybe I should start wearing one of them things. What's it called?
It's called a dress, old-timer.
Has Honk Hatfield started a new fashion trend amongst the town's grizzled-hardened cowboys? Will he be able to get a little umbrella in his drink if he orders a glass of the whiskey? Does he actually know how to knit doilies? Join us next time when we'll hear Honk say,
Riding side saddle. It's the only way to go.